popularity of the luxury crossover continues unabated. On this edition of Test Drive, the third generation Porsche Cayenne. While Porsche may not have as many vehicle types in its arsenal as some of its rivals, the company more than makes up for it with the number of derivatives within each line, 24 and counting for the 911. The latest addition is the third generation Cayenne. It now bears a stronger resemblance to the 911 than ever before, at least when viewed from the front. The rework also makes the base model more performance-oriented than ever before. The cabin of this Cayenne really is rich. Great materials and all the mod cons. For instance, in the instrumentation, 2 reconfigurable 7-inch screens, and there's another 12.3-inch screen for the infotainment. The nit, well, quite frankly, because this is the base Cayenne, it doesn't get some of the features like cooled seats. So instead of deleting that feature, they simply black it out, which makes it look really cheesy. The base Cayenne is now powered by a 3-litre turbocharged V6 that pushes 335 horsepower, which is up 35 from the previous engine, and 332 pound-feet of torque at just 1,340 RPM. The revised torque curve is important as the output jumps 37 pound-feet and it comes in 1,660 RPM earlier. This banishes turbo lag off the line, provides a much stronger mid-range and makes the engine feel more refined. You know, considering this Cayenne weighs almost 2,000 kilograms, this base engine actually does a pretty good job of motivating it. It'll get the riders to 100k in 6.2 seconds. Now, if that's not quite fast enough, there's always the turbo. It chops that time to 4.1 seconds. The engine works with a new 8-speed Tiptronic transmission. It has faster response times and sportier gear ratios at the low end, which helps on-road performance and gives it some off-road capability. There's even a new off-road driving mode. Now, who takes a Cayenne into the boonies is a question yet to be answered. It also drives all 4 wheels. The power split is set to favour the rear wheels, but as it's always working in the background, the system does a very good job at getting the power to where it's needed, and it does so in a timely fashion. Now, there is a degree of utility and lots of cargo space in this Cayenne. For instance, with the seat forward, you've got more cargo space. Now I've got more leg space. Now with the seats up, 770 litres of cargo space, and if you fold the whole lot down, that grows to 1,710. There is, however, a pet peeve. There's nowhere to put this privacy cover. That means it's going to end up in the garage collecting dust. While the Cayenne is offered with a bewildering array of optional equipment aimed at improving the handling, everything from active roll control to rear-wheel steering, the base car is more than capable. The suspension does a very good job of controlling body roll whilst preserving ride comfort. Through the pylons, the flat attitude and razor-sharp steering delivered the nimbleness of a much smaller and lighter-feeling vehicle. Factor in the brake-based torque vectoring and the Cayenne feels more like a high-riding sports car than a traditional SUV. This third generation Cayenne really is a sorted ride, especially the handling. Considering it's a tall riding crossover, it really does dance. And when it comes to power, well, there's always going to be the allure of the turbo. However, this base Cayenne has all the power most will ever need.